Thank you for staying with us. It's the last electoral battle of this year. Election Commission announced date for elections in Maharashtra and Jharkhand. Maharashtra is a keenly watched state because it's a Mahabharat of alliances, so to say. Allegiances have shifted for politicians, but have they shifted for voters as well in the last 5 years? Well, November 20th is when the ballot will be cast and results would be out 3 days later. Now, some opposition parties in the state had sought a multi-phase election, but that request was not acceded to by the poll panel, and allegations have already begun to fly thick and fast. There's Hera Fairy that could happen is an allegation that has been made by Uddhav Sena MP, warning against a money-like game like they sensed in Haryana. Now, buzz within the opposition ranks over EVMs was also shut down by the Election Commission, calling out their selective objections. But the fact of the matter is that this election is going to be a test on many levels. The BJP-led alliance in Maharashtra is determined to hold on to the state in its effort to reclaim the political narrative after the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. Strategy of the NDA is multifold, but the focus has been on populist schemes. A few minutes before the polls were announced, before that Election Commission press conference, in fact, Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde announced a Diwali bonus of 28,000 rupees for lower-rung government employees. Several other decisions have also been taken by the cabinet in the recent past, including the Ladki Bahin scheme, which is giving 1,500 rupees monthly to women that are aged between 21 and 60. 3 free LPG cylinders a year for every household was also announced. 10,000 rupees per month stipend for skill training would be given to the youth. Most recently, a toll waiver was announced for all light motor vehicles at entry points that come into the maximum city at all 5 of those entry points. Death gratuity limit was also increased to 20 lakhs. There's a relief in stamp duty for Metro 3 project victims as well. Additionally, the state government has decided to approve the unified pension scheme for employees too. So is this populism wave that the BJP or the NDA wants to ride on? Are they also wanting to replicate what happened in another election that recently concluded? And will that election in Haryana impact the way the NDA strategizes and performs in this election? That's what we decode.
October would be date of notification. Last date of making nomination would be 29th October. Scrutiny on 30th October. And last date for withdrawal 4th, and date of poll in Maharashtra would be 20th 11. Counting would be on 23rd 11/24.
आज बड़ा सवाल है कि इलेक्शन कमीशन किस तरह चुनाव कराता है। ईवीएम की मशीनों पर भी शक और शुबा है। ईवीएम का बड़ा खेल कहीं भी हो सकता है और उसके लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी चुनाव से पहले ये सारे काम कर लेती है।
जब कोई किसी कंट्री में पेजर से उड़ा दिया तो ईवीएम में हो जाएगी। अरे भाई, पेजर कनेक्टेड होता है, ईवीएम कनेक्टेड नहीं होता।
Spokesperson of the Shinde faction of Shiv Sena, and CS Jha, leader of the UBT, join us. CS Jha, let me begin by asking you, why does the opposition in the state of Maharashtra think that there is some Hera Fairy that could happen in Maharashtra like it did in Haryana? We had Sanjay Raut's first reaction today after the dates were out, saying that there might be some money game that happens because this is a one-phase poll in Maharashtra.
See, the late declarations of election continue this government for this long, and everything, the law and order situation in Maharashtra. So all these things continuing, and eventually the declaration today, the ECI is working at behest of the central government BJP as well as the state BJP government which is being run. And eventually this whole thing, whole gimmicks have been done to not to declare these elections with the elections earlier held with Haryana. So these things show clearly that how this constitutional body is acting at behest of the central government, and they are not concerned. The observations being given by the opposition to the ECI, they are not taking any considerations of that. Everything shows that the ECI is not working as a constitutional body, but acting at the behest of the central government as well as the state government.
The 35-day window is adhered to. The last day of when the assembly session in Maharashtra ends is 25th of November and 23rd is when counting would happen. So why do you feel there is a delay in announcing these elections in the first place? Mr. Jha.
Yeah, see, the delay which has been caused, there has to be a rational explanation. This rational explanation has not come out from the ECI. Why there was a delay? Why it was not conducted with the elections which has been done with Haryana and other states? So this.
But where is the delay is the question I'm asking you. The elections are being conducted within the time frame. Maharashtra will have a new government. The results would be out before the last session's last date.
See, the basic thing is that the elections were done in 2019. After that, there was a presidential rule in the state. And this presidential rule does not condone the delay of running a government because that is not counted in the election procedure. And this procedure was not adapted by the Election Commission, the declaration of elections in November and the formation of government after that. So they are considering the period of a presidential rule in the state to be a time period for doing the elections. It is not a correct procedure as far as the Election Commission is concerned and as far as the Constitution is concerned.
Suziben Shah, all constitutional norms are being thrown outside the window at the behest of the BJP. This is an allegation that has been made against the BJP and against other organizations as well, against other institutions of this country as well. How do you respond?
Hello, I'm sorry that I think there was a little bit of an internet issue. You see, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes. You see, the Aghadi, I called it as Bighadi, are completely in the habit of spreading misinformation and lies. Now, as far as the last, there was no problem. It was always a one-phase election. This time around, it is on Wednesday. So there will be a proper voting. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, Misha.
Hello?
Misha, if you can hear us, we can hear you loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Right. So this time, in 2019 also, there was a single phase election. So these people are in a mood to spread lies and misinformation. The counting is on the 23rd. We will win with a comfortable majority. On the 26th, a constitutional government will be on place. I fail to understand where is the problem. As far as the Mahayuti is concerned, we are always election ready because we have all programs and initiatives which are for the people, whether it be toll-free entry, whether giving Sanman Dhan to the women of Maharashtra, while they've criticized. You see, the diabolism in this Maha Aghadi, they were against Mukhyamantri Maji Ladki Bahin. Look at their manifesto. What does they say? That we are going to give 2,000. They were against giving loan waiver to the farmers. What have they done? 3 lakh rupees loan waiver. So therefore, these trap and misinformation that they are spreading, I think Congress, you must know, Mr. Jha, what Congress has promised. That is the problem. Left arm doesn't know what the right hand is doing. So there is the problem. As far Mahayuti is concerned, we are all together. We are going in the election under the leadership of CM Eknath Raoji Shinde. Everyone has accepted the leadership. He is our Mukhya Neta. And we do hope.
Will show everything.
Absolutely, there's nothing to show. You have no programs. What are your initiatives? Don't talk about who's the biggest Gaddar.
Initiatives were done by Mr. Thackeray.
Initiatives
of that time. And eventually,
was only responsible for delay and derailing projects.
Out of sight.
It was always Mr.
Murders are done in broad daylight.
Uddhav Thackeray, with due respect to him,
high-profile accidents are happening.
Facebook Chief Minister. He only derailed project. Whether it is the metro, whether it is
CS Jha and Suziben Shah. CS Jha. Let me intervene here. Suziben Shah, the focus of the opposition has now turned to the law and order situation in Maharashtra. 3 political killings just this year. Several other attacks, several other crimes that have come to the fore as well. Do you think this is a plank that will resonate with voters? Because the opposition believes that it is going to. And this is going to be the downfall of the NDA government.
If they want to, I do believe, Poonam, that inquiry should be prior to politics, should be allowed. There should be a proper inquiry, and probe should take the precedence over politics. If they want to do politics, let me remind them about the gangs that they were talking in the other show. It was between the 1980s until 1995. There were highest gang war in the city of Mumbai and Maharashtra. Only the Mahayuti government of 1995, when they came, that the gang war was vanquished by giving a free hand to the Mumbai police. Prior to 1995, the only living chief minister is Shri Sharad Pawar, where the gang war peaked. Let them politicize. Today, what is the issue? Today, Mumbai and Maharashtra is the most safe and secure city
You are
state.
having an
What has
alliance with
happened?
NC
What has happened is an exception. Why? There could have been lapses. I'm not running away from it. And therefore, an immediate inquiry is launched. All the accused have been nabbed or traced. Their identity has been established. So therefore, there should be no, as when the probe is on, and especially when conducted by a professional police force like Mumbai Police, there is no scope of spreading hearsays and rumors. The only thing they are doing is rumors. I'll tell you, Poonam, earlier in the day I was on the show, I think yesterday, and the NGOs, the IPS officers, the retired IPS officers, even the actors and actresses confirmed that Mumbai remains to be the safest city of this nation. So why unnecessarily falsify things, spread rumors? I don't understand. Wait for the probe to happen. We are not a banana republic, Mr. Jha.
Sure, the probe can take place, but meanwhile the political fireworks continue. But CS Jha, I want to bring this back to why we're seeing these questions being raised of how there could be hera-pheri, how there could be... Sure, but CS Jha, how there could be hera-pheri, how there could be EVMs that could be tampered with. Why do we see this right before every election? And this despite the India bloc winning in a state like Jammu and Kashmir, where the Chief Minister would be taking oaths tomorrow and there will be a show of strength of the India alliance.
See, there are scientific reasons for stating that this VVPAT machines and the voting machines can be hijacked.
They can't be. The Election Commission has come out and said there have been multiple,
See,
there have been multiple surveys that have been done. There have been multiple demos that have been given of how EVMs cannot be hacked. They are foolproof.
There are no specific scientific research being done upon it. The ECCI says that it is foolproof, but eventually, if we say many American studies and research work shows that it can be hijacked, it can be very well be manipulated. So eventually, if you see this machine works under some kind of networking system, so that may be hijacked. That is not ruled out. But eventually, if you see the elections which were to be done in Maharashtra long back has been declared after so much of delay. Now the thing is that they want to give
I don't know why you say they were supposed to be held long back.
Why there was a delay? I don't know.
I don't know. And you haven't answered that question, CS. I've been asking you that. Why do you think there is a delay? The elections are being conducted. The results will be out 3 days before the last day of the last session.
See, this election ought to have been declared with the Haryana elections. And the opposition was demanding for that.
That was the opposition's demand.
Eventually,
that does not make the gospel truth.
No, though the thing is that the presidential rule will not give a extension of time to the ECI to declare the elections in November. It was to happen in September or October at the best, because that was the relevant time period in 2019. And eventually there was a presidential rule after that, and the government was formed in the month of December.
But things have changed from the last 5 years. Things have changed in terms of how elections have been conducted as well. In multiple other states where multi-phase polls used to happen, those phases either have been reduced or come down to one because situation has changed on ground.
2019
the Constitution does not give an authority to
election in Maharashtra.
Extend the elections where the presidential rule was imposed.
Sure.
Because the day presidential rule was imposed, that does not give an extension time period for declaring that elections.
Sure.
The government has to be formed the day the elections were held. as per 2019. So this cannot continue, and ECI is not working in accordance with the constitution.
Sure, but the ECI, that's the allegation the opposition makes. The ECI has come out and rebutted every single allegation of that. Well, elections are going to take place less than a month and a half from now. We'll find out sooner than later which alliance has the edge in Maharashtra. But I thank you both for joining us here on this edition. Time for a quick break, but on the other side, we'll get you details from External Affairs Minister S. Jayashankar's Pakistan visit.